I'm grateful to you once again, my lovely viewers, for staying glued to Volta One TV. I still remain your humble host, Kiki, and I'm bringing to you the extended version of Dealing with In-Laws. Let's take a quick break. After the break, we'll touch more on the second part of Dealing with In-Laws. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Success comes with loads of challenges and hurdles. Find out how some of your favorite personalities became successful. Get to know the true stories behind their success on the Uni Show with Bismarck Selali Lawson every Saturday at 8 p.m. only on V1 TV. The Uni Show seeks to inspire you and give you a whole new perspective of life. Make a date.
Welcome back, lovely viewers. Thanks for staying with us and enjoying the extended version of Dealing with In-Laws. So I want to say thank you.
Yes.
We're starting from, we love the gifts, but we're also starting from the joint account. Yeah, so we have joint account.
Okay. You know, Bishop has split a lot of wisdom on this topic. I would say that love your in-laws, but don't spoil them.
Love your viewers, did you hear that? Love your in-laws, but don't spoil them.
Yeah. So loving them is good, but don't spoil them. You see, you need to understand you have also started creating family. Through you, new generations will pop up. Especially when children are involved. You are paying fees, you are paying, maybe you are paying rent, you have other things to do. You must also create a business, a work, to at the end of the day, look after your family. And as Bishop have said, the gift shouldn't be something that will become, how will I put it, a routine, an everyday thing. You see, you give gifts in terms of season basis. You understand? It's the best. And that's what I'm saying. Love them, don't spoil them.
Okay, he did mention of emergencies.
Emergencies also is good because let's take it, your mother is seriously ill. You understand? But one thing you need to understand is that's why you are calling it joint account.
Okay.
So in everything you want to do with that account, let your husband be aware. Let your wife be aware.
How about the materialistic aspect?
Yeah, bishops deal with that aspect. You see, it depends on the language you begin with your in-laws. That's why I said, love them, don't spoil them.
Okay.
You understand? You see, dealing with human beings, you must have your limit. Let people understand who you are. It is not disrespect, it is not pride, but it stands for defending your right. You understand? Let people understand you also. If all the time you want to please people, a day that you don't please them, they take even all you've done for them for granted. So also build some kind of respect around yourself as an in-law. You understand? Build respect around your marriage. When it becomes like that, your parents become very careful how to knock your door.
Okay.
But just make sure that you love them, but don't spoil them.
Okay, let's get more into this. The husband is getting offended, but doesn't talk. You know, some men, they don't like to talk. Meanwhile, they are getting fed up. How do you handle such situation?
Look, you have to value your marriage. Now, the fact is that if your mother is demanding so much from you, and it's a demand on the marriage. Once she's demanding it from you, it's a demand on the marriage. So once it's a demand on the marriage and it affects both of you, you as the woman should be able to talk to your mother. That is why we say there should be a boundary, there should be a limit. She cannot go beyond that limit because you also have a home to build. You have a family to build. Now, will you want to give everything to her so that you look wretched? No. So you have to create a boundary. And the boundary is that the woman should be able to educate the mother and say, no, mommy, you cannot, I can't do this for you. I can only do it for you at this time when I have the means. But for now, I can't. I need to take care of this and that in my home as well. When you place value on your marriage, it is very difficult for your in-laws to control your marriage. But if you don't place value on your marriage, that is why Pastor said, a marriage is for mature people. It is true, it's for mature people. If you are not matured, you cannot be able to handle the intrusions and the interferences in your marriage. And that is a very crucial aspect. If you are not able to handle that one, you cannot stay in your marriage.
People think maturity has to do with it.
No.
I'm 34 years old,
maturity
I'm 50 years old. People think...
maturity is your ability to handle issues.
Okay.
The ability to handle your emotions. The ability to control when to talk and how to talk. The ability to react when you need to react. The ability to respond when you need to respond. Now, I always say that mature people respond. Immature people react to certain issues. So, you should be able to respond properly when interferences are entering your marriage. Don't forget that the marriage is between you and the man. The family is a third party.
We are dealing with in-laws. So.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The in-laws are still a third party because you are building a nuclear family. So if you are building a nuclear family and your mother or your in-laws are intruding into your marriage, you should be able to have a boundary, a limit for them. Okay. Don't go beyond that limit. Like myself, I give gift when I want to, not when there is a demand on me. No. And I have made it clear to my wife that I will do it when I want to, when I have the means, not a demand. And she's aware of it. And we both knows that you don't place a demand on us because you don't know what we have. So that is why the woman should be able to talk to her mother and let the mother know that I am building my family. These interferences will break my marriage. If you value your marriage, then you should be able to educate her on that aspect. If there are emergencies, we all know it's an emergency, we can always help because we are family. But if it is not so, and it is just a demand on the marriage, then the lady should be able to talk to her mother. If it is coming from the man's mother, then the man must also do the same by talking to his mother, not to interfere into his marriage, by talking to her to understand the value they are building, the system they are building, the house, so that she too cannot interfere. Oh, my son, I need this. Oh, my son, I need this. When your son has a woman and a child to take care of, that can also be. So the two of you are the ones who must put a boundary between the two families, not to interfere too much into your relationship or into your marriage.
Okay. Thank you very much. Sometimes some of them like demanding too much. Let's move away from the gifts, demanding gift aspects from the in-laws and Bishop. Yep. Let's come to the pressure of I need a grandchild, I need a grandchild. And the baby is not coming for after so many years of marriage, you know? Yeah, in-laws does.
Yeah. It all depends also on what Reverend just said. You know, placing boundary in between is very important. Don't become a mommy's boy, and don't become a mommy's girl or a daddy's girl. When this thing happens, you know, even to respect your partner become difficult. To understand your partner become difficult. You know, when you are coming from the Christian backgrounds, both of you understand children are not in supermarket that you need to go and buy and put into the stomach of a woman. It comes when it's due. It comes when God gives it to you. It can be medical. At times it can be medical. But trying to take pressure from your in-laws, some go direct to their son and said, why do you go ahead and marry your fellow man into the house? Exactly. Just because the wife can't give birth or can't get pregnant. You know, that's at the end of the day, depend on the boundary you create in your marriage. I will not give chance to that to happen to my wife. I will not allow my parent to interrupt into my marriage that way. That is why you, the man, this topic is all about the man again. You, the man, needs to know the kind of value, love, respect you have for your wife. So when it happens like that, the pressure always comes from the side of the man. You know, so when you have those kind of stubborn mother-in-laws, it is your responsibility as the man to let your mother or your father understand that I love my wife the way she is, and we are still depending and waiting upon the Lord. If it happens, fine. If it doesn't happen, we have future plans for our home. We can still go ahead and adopt, or we can live that way. It is based on your right. When you marry, you own a right.
Okay.
You understand? You own a right, which is different from how your parents feel.
Okay.
You understand?
You know,
So,
from the beginning, you said you can stop. We are in the African setting, and we can never stop our in-laws from coming home. You have made a decision. It is our right. We'll make babies or God's time at the right time. So what happens to, you know, some in-laws so stubborn that what happens when they bring in by force woman, a woman by force that just get her pregnant? We didn't say that you should marry her, but just try this one. You know, some in-laws, they go to that extent.
that is when you become that kind of mommy's boy.
Yeah.
And that's, you see, marriage itself is meant for matured people.
Yes.
When you enter marriage, know your right. You see, that's what I'm saying. Love your parents, but don't spoil them. You understand? That's why I'm using myself as an example. That I will not give chance for my mother to do that. Because the woman I've married is my wife. You understand? She is not the one going to produce. What if the fault is also coming from me?
Yes.
Are you getting my point? What if the fault is coming from me as a man? So at the end of the day, it is about the plan we have, the setup we have for our home. I can still love my wife till end if she doesn't give birth. That is my choice. We can decide to go and adopt. That is our choice. But my mother have no right to use it against my wife. You understand? So when it comes to marriage, create boundaries for your parents and let them understand you that this is how you want your marriage to operate.
You know, some in-laws, okay, you did mention that what if the fault is from you?
Yeah.
And how about if you go for test, medical test, you know the fault is not from you, though. Then your parents saying that, okay, why do you marry a fellow man? So why don't you try this one secretly? How do you handle it? And maybe you try though, and it happened.
The issue is that if we are talking on the Christian background, now as a believer, Genesis 2:24 says that a man shall leave his mother and his father and be cleaved to the wife, and the two of them shall become one flesh. So once you are married based on God's principles and rules. Now the two of you have become one flesh. If God, who is the giver of children, gives you, praise God. If he doesn't give you, praise God. But you have each other. That is the most important thing. So both of you must understand that this is what we have. This is our home. God has given us, fine. If he doesn't give us children, we still love ourselves. We love each other. That is the most important thing. Once both of you love each other, then you can be able to curb the interferences into your home. Now, your mother, you the man who is the head of this home, you are now the head of your nuclear home. You as the man, knowing that one, you marry the woman not with the intention of giving you children, but with the intention that you love her. You want to spend the rest of your life with her. That is your main focus or your purpose of marrying her. Now, children comes up as a gift God gives to the marriage. Okay. If God decides to give you children, it's a gift he gives to the marriage. The Bible says that children are gifts. The fruit of the womb is his reward. So he gives you. So when he gives you, praise God. If he doesn't give you, you marry the woman because you want her to be your helpmeet in life. That is the main purpose of your marriage.
Okay, so the main purpose of marriage is don't go into marriage because you are expecting a baby.
No, it is a companionship. You are building a companionship. You want a woman to be in your life to help you carry out God's purpose and agenda for your life.
Okay.
That is the reason for marriage. Children are gifts. They are a gift that comes alongside. If it comes, praise God. If it doesn't come, your marriage is still your marriage.
So does it mean that God gave babies to those he loves?
No, that doesn't mean so. What I'm saying is that there are times that issues come up which are medical issues that affect your production of children.
Okay, coming to the medical issue, I want to ask if especially the man, it's men that are supposed to give. We are just the carriers, you understand. So if medically a man is affected in the marriage, the man has a brother, because some in-laws still want the blood to exist in the family, they do try the woman and said, okay, why don't you let your husband's brother pregnate you? The brother may go and said, okay, because they want the blood to be in the family. Do you know it's very bad. A man feels very embarrassed if he's impotent. Some men may also agree.
It doesn't make sense.
Bishop.
No,
we are in the world.
We understand where you are coming
the reality
from.
of
That
this
is
world.
that's what I'm saying. Doesn't make sense.
Sometimes they even convince their wife to go outside and have it and come.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how others are practicing it. Still, it doesn't make sense. You see, the issue about love is between you and your wife. Look, there are still good homes and good men and women out there that doesn't have even children, but they are even happier than homes that children are in. You see, that's why when you are getting married, marry someone who is mature. Marry someone who thinks also about your future.
Who loves you.
Who loves you.
That's the truth.
Who thinks well about your future also. Because let me tell you something. You can marry a man that can mess you up. And you can marry a woman that can also mess you up. Some of the requirement and decision that comes from your partner defines whether he truly loves you or not.
Okay.
Defines truly whether he wants the future for you or not. So you see, from the beginning of marriage, it's all about entrusting your hand into a life of a stranger. Because where the man is coming from, you don't know. Where the woman is coming from, you don't know. You just met and you fell in love. So
it's the pressure.
You see, it's not about pressure. You see, that is why marriage is meant for matured people.
That's it.
Bishop.
When you come to conclusion, it's meant for matured people. So if you are out there listening to us, you as a man and a woman, because medically, the woman also can be affected, not only men. And the woman also can suggest that then sleep with my sister or impregnate another woman outside. You understand?
Yes.
You see, life also depends on how you want it. But to me, it's wrong. If at the end of the day, to somebody it's right, I'm saying it's wrong. But if that's how you want to build your life, that is your choice. But I will not counsel someone on that ground just because someone practices it, just because someone feel like doing it. But I will not counsel anyone on that ground. And truly, if you love your wife, you won't give that offer and said, let another man sleep with you just because I cannot sleep with you. Let another man. No.
Bishop, let me take you to the word love. You know, things happen like this so that you know whether someone loves you or not. And love defines the situations that come on board. This word love, do you know women are so emotional that some women feel that whatever their husbands say, if they obey, then they love their man.
You see, we have love and we also have foolishness in love. We have love and we have foolishness in love.
Okay.
You know, love always go in the right direction, not in the wrong direction. Love always bring forth what will help you, not what will destroy you.
Will you say love also involves sacrifice?
The sacrifice in the right direction.
Sacrifice is there.
In the right direction, not in the wrong direction. Love is there to protect you, care for you, respect you, value you, and be there for you.
You're still dealing with the pressure.
If I love you, respect you, care about you, it does not matter the pressure that is coming from the east, west, north, or south. I still need to stand for the right and the love I have for you. I will not say that because you are my wife or because I have medical issues, so go and sleep with another man. And you are calling that love. We have foolishness in love, and we have love.
Now,
Pastor, tell us more about this
let me say
pressure.
that, like he said, love indeed is not foolishness. And foolishness is defined in so many ways.
Yeah.
Now, how will you want to say that because you are not producing the woman you love, that you have stand before God to vow, to say you want to love her for the rest of your life, and because there are no children coming in, somebody else should sleep with her and give birth, and she'll still be in your house and your room, and you'll be seeing her? That's foolishness. Are you getting me? So let's define this thing very well. No matter the pressure that is coming against you, please, you need to understand that you love that woman, you love that man. Whether God give you children or not, stay in your marriage. Keep away the interferences. Keep them away. Don't allow them to convince you to take steps that would even destroy you tomorrow. Because you see, if you go and sleep with somebody, or your husband's brother, or your wife's sister, and you give birth with her, automatically you are going to lose that marriage. You will lose it. You may be thinking you are helping your man, you love him, so you want to help him. It's a lie. One day, that man will look at you and say that, no, you went outside the marriage and he doesn't love you anymore. He doesn't want you anymore.
But he sent you.
It is the same man you think that you are helping, or the same woman you think you are helping. One day she will rise against you and say, no, because of what you have done, I can't trust you anymore. So the relationship is over. And the marriage is broken.
Did you hear that?
So you cannot do that because there's a pressure coming. But if you are able to stay with her through the thick and the thin, she knows that you love her. That is why you are with her. She will trust you for the rest of her life. And you'll be safe. Look, there are things we do and we regret. You go and impregnate your wife's sister, and then the next few months, your wife is pregnant.
What a miracle.
Now you have two.
What a miracle.
What a miracle. How are you going to handle that? So we wait. You wait on God. You understand
Tell
that
us how you handle that.
the pressure will come, but you wait on God. How do you handle a sister and two sisters? You see?
Okay, but how about our Muslim brothers who are allowed to?
We are talking about different sides.
That's a different.
No, we are in the world.
Yes, that's a different.
We understand
They also
that.
have
you see,
okay.
Bishop was saying something from the beginning. It depends on where the area you are coming from.
Okay.
You understand? Certain things are allowed in the Muslim community. Certain things are not allowed in the Christian community. You understand? So you see, all these things we are talking about, it is a choice. You understand? Someone will still argue and said, I don't agree with you people.
Yes.
There are viewers out there. We have a lot of them that will still say, I don't agree with you people. I will do it. It's a choice.
Okay.
But wait until the consequences pop up.
Start coming up.
You understand? We are only here to educate you in the area of wisdom.
Okay.
In the area of, you see, it's not about today. When you always think just for today, you will regret tomorrow. Because you see, the seed you sow today, the harvest time always come in tomorrow. Okay. So whatever you are doing today, you might feel okay. Oh, I slept with her. I slept with my wife's sister. Oh, she's pregnant. Oh, it's okay. As the journey goes on and harvest time comes, that is where you understand that you are a bad farmer.
Oh. Lovely viewer, don't be a bad farmer, okay? Think of tomorrow, you understand? Well, whatever you sow today, you harvest it tomorrow. Wait until the pressure starts coming in and you think that you've done it all today, you are a hero today. That's why our men of wisdom are here educating us. So I want to wrap up. I've been enjoying the show and I hope we've been educating you a lot. So we want to wrap up and hear the final words from our men of wisdom here. So Pastor, your final words to the viewers.
Oh, what I want to say is that love is a choice. And if you are entering into any relationship, make sure that whoever you are entering a relationship with loves you and can be there for you, no matter what. Make sure that the person loves you and can be there for you no matter what. When the pressure of life starts coming up. Now, I used to say that if the man doesn't love you, the woman, there will be a problem. Because as women grow, a lot of things change around them. And things start coming up in the marriage or in the relationship that demands that the man should sacrifice and stay with you. But if he doesn't love you, there is no way he can be there for you. When the pressure starts coming, he will run away and leave you. So make sure the man loves you and make sure you love the man. Then when there are sacrifices to make, both of you can make such sacrifices and live happily.
Oh, thank you very much, Pastor. Above all, thank you. Bishop, let's hear your final words.
First of all, God bless our wonderful viewers. And Bishop has said a lot. Marriage is not between a fine boy and a fine girl. Marriage is between two real hearts. So if you want to marry, find the understanding aspect of the person, the love aspect of the person, the character aspect of the person. These are the things we get married to. And since we deal with the topic about in-laws, what I'll say is that never use your mother over your wife, and never use your parent or your mother also over your husband. Create a boundary. Respect your parent, respect your wife, but never use any of your in-laws over your marriage. It will destroy your home and it will break your home. And one thing I will tell you is that life is simple if you want it to become simple for you. So believe in what you believe in, and at the end of the day, depend much on God. And tomorrow, you'll be happy. God bless you.
Oh, thank you, my wonderful guest, for coming to the show and educating our viewers on this delicate, complicated topic. I know most of you have got answers to your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
He is Pastor Richard, above all, is the senior pastor of Dominion Love Ministries, Ho Chipota. So if you want to have more wisdom from him, you can meet him as Ho Chipota, the head pastor of Dominion Love Ministry. Thank you very much, Pastor Richard. Above all, thank you for coming to the show. And here with me is also Bishop Alfred McLander, the CEO of God's Garden Ministry. If you want to meet him one-on-one, you get Wednesdays, Thursdays at Sokode Bogame. You meet him one-on-one for more of his wisdom. Thank you, my wonderful viewers, for making time watching Volta One TV. Don't go nowhere, don't change the channel. And thank you, my wonderful producer, Bismarck Mausi Seriam. Thank you, my MC Elom Agidi. Thank you very much. My cameraman here, Prosper. Thank you very much for making the show a success. See you same time next week for another interesting edition of the Eros Talk Show. I still remain your humble host, Kiki. See you same time next week. Bye.
Baby.